What is up, Midway Mayhem fans? This is Dan, and we are checking back in from the Universal Orlando Resort for another Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster construction update. And we are here very late last night until 1 a.m. We're going to show you some of that footage now. Let's go. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching and wherever you are watching from. So, as you will see in the video that we're about to play, we were saying it was going to be the last night. Well, walking in this morning, no cranes in the air, and they still have 2 pieces of track left. But we'll show you all the footage. There's a lot of cool stuff that happened last night, and then we'll fast forward to now. All right, well, believe it or not, I did not leave the park from last night. And, well, it is 8:30, and crews are on site again. We are about to start the show, folks. And the straps are coming off the track that was on the truck. And let there be light. So it looks like we are doing some work on the waiting area even after park close. Alright, so now we're back over at Hard Rock. I went over to Studios just to see if the cranes were in the air and if anything was happening over in the maintenance and station barn area. Ah, we are cutting flanges. I love it. Alright, so this crane is rising into the air. We already have some guys in lifts that have been up to the towers, and hopefully we get some track now. Alright, crane is on the move. Hopefully, they're about to go pick up that piece of track. Alright, so crew members have lifted the track piece off of the flatbed, and the truck is going to get out of the way, and then they will reposition some of those straps to get it ready. And now time to reposition the straps so we can flip the track piece, get it right for positioning, and then put it on the columns. And this member right now is signing the track piece. All right, time to flip the track. All right, so right now the crane operator is cabling down while holding position on the other cable, and that's how we're getting it to twist right now. That's so cool. Love watching it. All right, so they flip the track 180 degrees, and the point that is ending over here towards me is going to be the downslope. All right, so right now we are doing some cribbing on the track, and that is in order to get the straps into a different position so that when they get it in the air, they don't have to fight with it. They can use some chain falls and easily put it right into place. All right, so all the chain falls are on, straps are on, and we are starting to lift. All right, so the high point is starting to go up in the air. Low point is sitting on the wood so it doesn't scratch it. And they're gonna lift this thing really vertical in a second. So next thing they do is they have a level. They put it on the flat piece of track over here as well as the flange and make sure that all the angles are good before they lift any further. And we are still going ham cutting that flange. All right, so we have the lifts in the air and track piece is just about ready. So it should be lifting here any minute. All right, the track is flying. Let's do this, baby. So they are swinging the track piece over right now, and they are extremely close to Blue Man. Yeah, get that track piece in the air. This happens in construction. You get the piece up there and you go, well, I didn't like the way that it was positioned, so they're bringing it back down for a second, and I'm sure it'll go back up and be just right. All right, take two, roll camera, and action. Let's go, baby. Getting close. All right, so I can hear them hitting in some of the drift pins, and it looks like they're putting in the bolts now. All right, I hear the impact gun. That's a good thing. So we're tightening down some of those bolts on the track-to-track connection, and then they will move up to the track-to-column connection. All right, so they moved up to the track to column connection. They put in all the bolts, and now the impact gun is going crazy. So very shortly, the straps will be off and that piece will be in. All right, straps are loose. All right, there we go. Track piece is in place. All right, let's head on down, get one last look at everything that's going on, and then I gotta get back, start editing, because yeah, that whole other video that I shot earlier today, I gotta edit, and then I gotta edit some of the footage that you just saw, and come back here early in the morning so we can watch everything all done. And there is the coaster. So we can see the gap between that roll and the rest of the track right before the mini speed bump, but unfortunately was not finished. And a couple more views from the alleyway of the track pieces that went up last night. All right, morning views of that element. Got the moon over there looking pretty. It is extremely humid this morning. At least we have a little bit of a breeze. And over here at the archway, nothing new since yesterday. Yep, super misty morning. And we're heading straight over to Hard Rock to get some of those views. All right, here we are at Hard Rock. Let's go. And there is our look. That crazy drift hat element. Again, it has a roll on it, or at least it will, but look at how steep that angle of the drop is. You're gonna get some crazy floater airtime on the way down. Probably gonna get the butterflies.
Like, it's so weird. You got these two. Yeah. Oh, wait, okay.
And up we go. And there we go. So views from the top. That whole area right underneath has been cleared out. We had several lifts over there, and now all of the lifts have been moved over that direction. I'm wondering if the crane was not long enough to get those final two pieces, and they might have tried it, I don't know, but I don't see the track over here. But we know another crane is on the other side of the Blue Man Group, and all three of those lifts are over there right now. All right, and as we saw in the video earlier, they were cutting that flange right there. That's one of them, and then the other one is a little higher up right there. But just look at that cut. And since yesterday, not a whole lot has happened. We still have all those boxes labeled HHN, even though we know they're not. And all the supplies all over the place. Not as many active workers today, just a couple. It's kind of weird that Adina got out of here really early too. All right, back down we go. We're heading over for early park admission. And to be honest, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it today. Like, I want to ride rides, but I also wish that we would have had the coaster done. I mean, I didn't go to bed last night. Should have earned it. Good morning, Lighthouse. We're here. Yep, like usual, no wait to get through. We are on our way. Nothing new over here. Wouldn't expect it since we were here yesterday, and I don't think a lot of work has happened. Big open spaces right behind the trees. So hopefully there's been some more demo. Fred over here with the morning light. And Mythos with that trickle setting. And the equipment over here, still sitting where it was from yesterday. Did not do any work last night. Unfortunately, it does not look like crews were over here doing more demo work. Looks to be about the same as yesterday. Well, this morning, I'd like to go do Velocicoaster again. I am trying to get that slingshot ride. We'll see if it happens.
And here we go.
Wish me luck.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we just got 5 rides on Velocicoaster. Unfortunately, no slingshots. I've been waiting, and unfortunately this morning it didn't happen. That's a good thing for operations, but bad for me because I really want that kind of unique ride. Again, a slingshot is where on the big launch before the top hat, you have it where you come to a stop or do a rollback on it, and then the reset will basically launch you backwards into the turn and then full boost in into the top hat, and that's what I want because it's a little bit punchier. All right, and I am not going to be going over to Jurassic Park River Adventure because, again, we were here yesterday, literally at about 5 p.m., so I really doubt they've done anything from 5 p.m. until now. And there is the archway, so let's get those bets in. It's been 2 torches the last couple days. It's been on the right-hand side. We'll see. And 1 torch. 2 torch. No, 2 torch. So 2 torch day. And Haggard's right now showing a 100-minute wait. It did have a delay this morning where it was at 160 minutes. So I guess 100 minutes, a little better. Still kind of a crazy wait. And over here, nothing new, but again, we expected that. With it being Saturday, not a lot of work happened. All right, so we made it over to studios, totally skipped Hard Rock. It's not worth my time or yours right now. Guest services, no wait. Turnstiles, it's got both sides open, and ticket booths are open, but not much of a wait. Yep, like usual, no wait to get through. We are on our way. And really, the only thing that we're doing here is we're gonna go look at the coaster over by Minions because we know nothing happened over at the station and maintenance barn or anywhere else pretty much around the park. I doubt they even did more HHN prep. Everybody getting ready for the running of the bowls, the supercharged. Got Minion Mayhem. And here is our look at that track. Concert stage area, and we already know nothing has been done over there because the focus was on that big tower. Have some new turf over here around the tree, but don't have it right here next to the light pole. Got all that turf right here. Again, feels awesome under the feet, nice and squishy. And everything over here, still the same. New York area of the park, also known as Downtown Clown Town for HHN, and nothing is new. Unfortunately, I don't see hashtag either. Station and maintenance barn area, I'll walk over there and take a look. If I see anything, well, we'll show you the footage. If not, well, nothing has changed. So yeah, nothing new over at the station and maintenance barn, but there is something new over here for the tribute store. So we have a clown, and it says, "Here's a secret." Yesterday, Mummy had the outdoor queue being used. Not today, at least in the morning. Still got all the scaffolding and work walls up over here at Finnegan's. Not hearing any banging or loud sound, so pretty sure the workers are off today. And I do see some new props and stages, so this one was over here for quite a while, and this is a new one. Something else to point out, well, those graphic vinyls that have been on the side of this cart Well, they've been removed again. And same situation over here. So yeah, that vinyl missing. I do see a crane in the air over there by Fast and Furious, and that is going to be for the building that is going around the first launch area. So they're actually working on that today. And over here by Fast and Furious Supercharged, still have the covers up and scaffolding work walls for the Ghirardelli Tower. And over here by Central Park, we have a new lighting truss. Again, this is going to be for the Stranger Things show that's going to be right over here on the lagoon. Heading into the Fort Nightmares area. Not really seeing anything new. However, they did do a lighting test. And these trees over here, we'll show that to you right now.
What about you? Was it?
Hollywood area of the park. And I am not seeing too much different from yesterday. Again, this area kind of tough to point out what's new because there's so many tiny little small props. Just hanging out with my boy Philip. Hi, Philip. Again, might be some new stuff with some of those vines inside there, the drapes, flowers, the mirrors, stuff like that. But again, it's really tough to keep track of all this. Well, minions, what'd you mess up? We didn't finish the coaster. Come on. Let's get this done. Make it snappy. Hello, Bio. Good to see you again. And there's probably our best view of that flange that was cut. Well, guys, that's going to do it for our video here from the Universal Orlando Resort. Exciting stuff, as we did have that track piece put in last night, and that flange is getting cut. So hopefully they'll get that fixed and more track will get up in the air. It was kind of a bummer driving in today and not seeing complete. Again, we've been talking that it should have been done today. Not sure why it didn't happen, but we're wondering if they're going to work tonight into tomorrow or just wait until Sunday into Monday. But we're going to check back here tomorrow. If we see anything, we'll do an update. If not, there won't be an update. So you can plan accordingly. But we'll have more videos. So if you like what we do, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and the website formerly known as Twitter at Midway Mayhem. And I will see you out on the Midway.